All right, I have another video for you guys. In this video, I'm going to be going through another brand who was able to generate over $35 billion in a 12-month period. And I'm going to be going through how they're effectively going ahead and promoting their products in order to get to that point, and what products they're promoting. I'll be going through suppliers, how you can find high quality suppliers for your brand. That's going to be very reliable, and it's going to allow you to not fall into any traps, right? Which a lot of brands fall into. I'll be going through sort of the marketing strategy for a pre-drop, which I recommend for all fashion brands, health brands, and beauty brands who are looking to build sustainable revenue and profits, and be going through how this brand is executing it on their side. I'll be going through the organic marketing strategy and how you can build up a following and post content which will allow you to reach new customers and also build a brand as well, like they have. I'll be also going through the sign up form, how to collect emails and SMS, and sort of the styles that which different brands are using. I'll be going through email and SMS marketing. In this case, this video will be email marketing. I'll be going through how to create the emails, what you need to be putting in them, so you can go ahead and convert your email subscribers into customers. And I'll be going through the website, how to maximize conversions, and how to structure your website like this brand has, who's generating $35 million, right? So all of that will be covered in this video. So watch the video to the end and make sure you don't click off, because you're just going to be you're not going to get any value like this anywhere else for this particular brand or brand similar to ones that you're trying to compete with, right? And if you're a brand owner and you're looking to scale, looking to or you're just getting started, you're confused on what strategy you need to implement, then I recommend that you book in a call below as soon as possible, because my price is going up. Currently still under 1K per month. So I recommend that you book a call if you want to work with me one-on-one. It's still quite affordable and it's quite flexible. You can pay in installments. You can pay up front. It's up to you, but it's going to be flexible for all brands so that we can get, provide as much value as possible. And if you want to DM me on Instagram, you can do that as well. If you have any questions about anything, I'm there as well to help. And also, if you have any video suggestions, then you can leave that below as well in the comment section. But yeah, let's get straight into it, right? So this brand, the Hundreds, they have been around since 2003, and it was founded by Bobby Kim. They have been generating over $75 million in annual revenue, which is a lot for a clothing brand, but they are a bigger streetwear brand. They've been growing since, and as you can tell, they are inspired by 90s workwear and California subculture, right? So that what inspires their clothing. You can see here that they are a community-based streetwear brand and also a media platform, but obviously they just sell clothing, and they have emphasis on people over products. So there's, they sell their t-shirts, the sweatshirts, jackets, so on and so forth, right? Apparel, basically. And again, this strategy can work for, health and beauty brands as well. So if you're a health and beauty brand out there, then this can work for you. You just apply the same principles. It's just the products are different, but you still want to be promoting scarcity, urgency, and fear of missing out, which is what this drop does, or this drop model does. But yeah, in terms of the suppliers, you can see that you can find suppliers on Alibaba. I'm sure you heard of that by now. I've been going about in my videos for a while, but you would have heard it from other people as well. They are a good place to find suppliers for usually fashion items, for beauty items, and other types of items in the healthcare space. I recommend that you go ahead and find local suppliers for that, just due to regulations in your local area. But for fashion products, yeah, this is the place to go. I really don't recommend other types of suppliers from, for example, India or Pakistan. If you want to, you can also produce it in Portugal, but again, it's a lot more expensive, and you have less profit margins potentially, unless you price a product higher. But if you're just starting out, or you just only generated a small amount of revenue, then you don't need to do that. You can just work with a Chinese supplier, and again, you can use Alibaba for that. Very simple. All the major suppliers are here in China, and they all competing with each other in order to give you the best price possible. So that's where you can find suppliers. Again, I help clients out with that if they need help with that. And for the pre-drop marketing, because that's what this brand does in order to promote their new releases, their new collections, they go ahead and run ads. So you can see these are two examples. We see one here with the model wearing the product, and have their logo in the middle. And obviously, this is going to create brand awareness. And they mentioned that the collection is now available. This will create intrigue, and it will allow people to go ahead and click on shop now, where they'll go ahead and visit the website, where they can go ahead and potentially purchase or view the products at least, where you can go ahead and retarget them after as well on Meta. And that way you're going to get them to come back and purchase. Right. So they do that with other models as well. And it's going to, obviously, this one will appeal to men as well because they have a male model in the image. So that's what they do, and this is just a few examples. But it's something that you can go ahead and replicate. You can get a model wearing the product, and then you can create ads with that. Obviously, if it's a drop, then you want to make sure that it's not a purchase campaign. It's going to be a campaign where you're optimizing for sort of traffic or leads, right? Because you want to collect leads, i.e., emails or SMS. So that's what I help clients out with because it's quite technical, and obviously you can go into a lot of detail on that. And that's what they do on the paid marketing side. On the organic marketing side, they post on several social media platforms. So they are on Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest, but they also are on Instagram and TikTok, as you can see here. Their major platforms is Instagram, as you can see, 600,000 followers, and they have a lot of posts, right? As you've seen with other brands. And they also post on TikTok, as you can see here. They post quite a few videos. They have almost 10,000 subscribers or followers. And again, you would definitely want to be on both of these platforms, especially for a fashion or clothing brand, especially who wants to go ahead and maximize their revenue. You definitely need to be doing that for your brand in order to build a brand as well, brand identity, a brand presence, and build up a following of loyal people who will come back and buy. So that's what you want to do. And you can see here are some examples of the TikToks that they post on their page. You can see they have one of a model, a content creator wearing one of their products, just trying it on and showing it off. That can do very well. I recommend that you go ahead and replicate that too for your brand. We have one here. Again, this is more polished. They have another model wearing the product. They have some flat lays as well. This can do very well when you do flat lays and just showcasing the product. But yeah, you're definitely going to get some views on this. You're going to get some traction. And then if you're lucky, if you know how to implement, if you have a very good understanding of the TikTok platform and what makes videos go viral, then you can potentially have the chance of going viral there too. And again, it's something I help clients out with because you don't just post content on TikTok and then go viral. There's a certain way or certain formula you need to be using. And again, it's not entirely random, but there's a science to it, which you need to be following. So again, I help clients out with that. And yeah, you just basically want to replicate what other people are doing in order to stay on trend and maximize watch time, which is going to be a factor in how viral you can go with your videos. So there's that on TikTok, and then on Instagram, you can see they're posting on Instagram too. They've got models wearing the product, and obviously that's good enough to generate some engagement with the followers, and outside of that too. Alongside, they've got flat lays of their products on the white background. That works as well. And again, they also collaborated with Valorant. This is another entity where they generated a lot of likes. And yeah, that's basically the point you can get to when you start collaborating with other creators. But you can boost these posts as well if you want to get more exposure, which I recommend because you can get inexpensive sort of follows and engagement, which is going to convert into website visitors, and then those people are going to convert into email subscribers and SMS subscribers. So you definitely want to be following that strategy. And again, I help brands out with that. But yeah, if you have an understanding of boost, you can do that. Maybe $10 to $20 a day, depending on your budget. But you will see some traction with that. You'll be able to get followers and emails and SMS subscribers. So once the marketing has been done, the traffic will obviously go from the ads and the content to the website, and they'll be greeted with a email or SMS pop-up. In this case, it's an SMS pop-up with the hundreds. They are looking to collect your email, your SMS, and that way they're going to send SMS marketing messages. And as you can imagine, SMS marketing, very basic. You just send out messages, just informing them about the drop that's going to come or new releases, which again, I help clients out with as well. But yeah, they do that too. But I highly recommend that you close your store if you want to do a drop or new release of a collection. And the reasons for that is because you want to create fear of missing out. You want to create scarcity and urgency. And you can see Indigo Studios have done that very well. This brand has at one point generated $1 million in a day with a drop. So they know exactly what they're doing. And you definitely want to replicate this, which is why I preach it so much, because it's a strategy that works for clothing brands, especially. So yeah, you definitely want to replicate this. Again, close the store, just show them the email SMS pop up, and that will allow you to collect maximum number of emails and SMS numbers as well. Obviously, once they sign up, they'll be shown email marketing messages or SMS messages as well. In this case, just marketing, email marketing messages. But they obviously have collected the SMS, but I don't have access to that this time. But here's an example of an email they sent out. They have basically a flat lay of their product, and yeah, they just give some details about each product, and that's all you pretty much need, right? And obviously, when you're doing a drop, you're going to create fear of missing out, urgency, and scarcity alongside it, and that's going to allow you to maximize the amount of interest in customers and also revenue as well. So yeah, very basic, and that's something that you can do for your brand too. Once the traffic enters the website after the drop, right, has been launched, they'll be shown the homepage where obviously they have the products here too listed, and like information about the collection, right? So again, doesn't have to be too complicated, and it works very well. Okay, and then obviously straight to the product page, they'll go there and they'll see the product they want to buy. They'll get information about the sizing, the description. They can add the bag or shop now, right? With Shop Pay, for example, and they get free shipping over $150. Alongside that, they also have product recommendations in order to maximize the average order value, and obviously that's going to help you to maximize your revenue as well, and obviously profits, because the same customer is buying twice as much as they would if this wasn't here. So obviously that's very important to have on the website. Then obviously they go to checkout, they add to cart, they go to checkout, and then they purchase, right? Once they purchase, they're now a customer of yours, and they'll go straight back to the email marketing messages. As long as they like your product, which they should, if you're producing high quality products, which is something which you can easily do with high quality suppliers, all right, and good shipping times. But even then, if you're doing a pre-order, and it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get to your customer, a lot of the time they're very happy with that, because they understand that your product is scarce, and as long as you're communicating with them about that, then there's no issue with that usually. And obviously you want to inform them before they buy your product, so there's no surprise about that. But yeah, that's basically what happens, and they go ahead and purchase again once you do your next drop. So that's what they do, the hundreds, and that's how they're able to generate over so they have $5 million, right? Obviously, they have collaborations with other retailers, so they can generate more revenue that way. But that's on a more advanced sort of strategy, which is not really applicable to your brand if you're just starting out, or even if you're just making under 300, 400K a month in revenue. Is not necessarily what you need to do. But yeah, just follow this strategy and you get a ton of more revenue from it, because like I said, you're building a following, you're building an SMS list and email list, and then you're building up a loyal fan base, which is what you need to grow sustainably. So this works, and again, I've been able to work with brands in order to make it work. This one, $385,000 in a two-month period, and also other ones as well, right? And again, you can see the results on my story highlights. But yeah, this works and can be replicated for your brand as well. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, at this point, you probably do. You can book in a call below. Again, I will go through your current situation, your desired situation, and sort of solutions for that. And then we can pretty much get started. Again, it's not a sales call. I'm not going to be heavily selling you. It's because that's what my content is meant to do. Is meant to inform you about what I have to offer. And the call is basically just to get started. It's basically for you to say, okay, I just want to double check everything before I can get started. I'll send you the payment link, and then I'll just give you pay that on the call, and then we can pretty much get started. I'll send you the onboarding form where we can just get started. Right, very straightforward. We can pretty much get started the same day, or the day after, and yeah, we can pretty much get you sorted out with all of this, right? So the creative, the organic, I consult you on the organic side. I consult you on the ads, how to get the ad set up correctly, the creative as well, the website, optimize the website for conversions. The email and SMS is very important in order to build a following on email and SMS, and a loyal fan base as well. So book a call below, and I'll speak to you there. If you haven't watched my other videos, recommend that you do that. And you can see one of the other videos here, which you can go ahead and see that one of the other brands I had covered had been generating a good amount of revenue as well. So see you there.